when everybody's live. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm like,
it's live.
Before they get to hear. All right. Are we live?
Yes.
We are?
Yeah.
Yay. Hello, everybody. Let me pull this up so I can see if any comments come in. We are live here today. I'm Val Cripps.
And RayAnn Chi.
Yeah, RayAnn Chi. And we are here today. I'm an energy guide, a mindset mentor, a cosmic guide. And I'm here to guide amazing clients like RayAnn Chi to up level in their business and lives by opening up your energy centers and looking at how you have a relationship with your energy, your embodiment, your business, your life, yourself, right? We go through and everything opens up and gets examined, and anywhere you have beliefs that aren't aligned to the intentions that you're setting in your life, we look at them and we move through them together. Would that be a good way to describe what we're
doing? Yes, definitely. Yes.
So,
and I love the move through. Right? Like, yeah, let's go.
Yeah, can you talk about that a little bit? Because I don't think people really probably know. What does it mean? Like how is it before? Like where were you before you booked in? And now where are you just a few days in and we haven't even had it?
Hey, I know, I'm like, oh my God, what's gonna happen after like the session? So what it looks like and what it feels like. So, you know, here I am doing the work and like, yeah, I know this and I have an awareness of this, but it's these like deep rooted beliefs that are basically my blind spots. And I've shared this with you where we all need help in that sense, because I'm serving my community and it's almost like I fail to see what it is. And so then you come along and then you're like, hey, I hear the delay. That's how it's crazy how that works. But then you come along and then you show these things and then it's like, I don't know what you do, but it's like, it comes so fast where then it's like the shift happens. And then I have this awareness because each layer is being peeled away. And as the layers peel away, it's like, I'm being opened up to what I already know. And the blocks were there, so I couldn't come through. And so you're clearing them and we're working through them together so that what I do know can actually integrate with my being, because it's like, it's right here, but then it's like, well, how can this come through when you got all this shit deep inside of you and all these crazy ass beliefs that are not even supposed to be there. So that's what it looks like. And what you do is really, really go in. And that's the thing, like, I don't know, you're magic, right? And so like, you go in and do something and it's like a matter of sometimes like minutes. And I'm like, what? Oh my God. And then it starts to come up to the surface with more, I can articulate it better. Because before I was like, well, what the fuck is that? And because I was so blinded to it, I was like, it's almost like a feeling attached to the current now, but it's really not, because it's really something deeper that you like open up and you show it, and it's like it comes up, and then it's like there's an awareness now, and then once it comes into the consciousness, then we can actually transform it.
There it is. And I want to say something, because it is magic and it does feel like it's being done for you, but it's not. Have you noticed how you guys come to me and you're like freaking out, like I'm feeling this, like I don't feel like I did yesterday. Okay, where do you feel it in your body? Then you guys say, in my, and then I say, in what emotion do you know what it is? And then you guys start to say shit and you're like, wait a minute, what's going on? Now there is stuff going on behind the scenes energetically, our soul team, my shamama magic, but I start with questions and permission. I never, ever activate any frequencies before I have understood as your guide that you have begun to participate in the expansion of what we need to explore to move to the next step. And all of that wonderful guidance and deep awareness on all the planes, you do not get that in a group program of someone else or in a place where you're just asked to go. And they may have their other ways, but for those of you that come to me, I've found, myself included, we weren't opening up and activating because of our PTSD response to going in and feeling what we needed to feel. So that was one of your big discoveries, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
Like
Tell me
going deeper than what deeper than what I was doing. And it brought on so much more awareness. And then, and then it's like the rush of information comes in, because it's like, oh, now you can get this next piece, because now you're actually opening yourself up. And so it's like I get a new layer of self-awareness, self-realization, and really actualize these things. And I'm just like, I'm blown away. I'm loving it. and it's so magical, because now it's really integrating with what I really need to be putting out there too.
Yeah.
And like my soul clients, and because then now there's this deeper awareness. And so it's like I was able to really go in deep, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's like you're a midwife.
Yeah. Yes. We're having cosmic births here of our future self. I hope guide you to embody your future self. It's not, you're already there. That's already you. It's just, we're releasing all the constraints and programs, beliefs and understandings and
exactly.
They keep us from who we truly are. And I was talking with my coach this morning about that feeling where you you have that sense of your future self, and then there's that part of you that isn't trusting yet fully. And it's funny, sometimes I will just completely lose all train of thought. And I know it used to happen to me all the time, because I had so much judgment going on, and I don't know what's happening right now. I feel a lot of energy in here and my heart chakra, like something fun is happening. So
I'm like, it could be mine, just clearing and clearing and clearing, because I feel this going on right here.
Right?
Yeah.
So I think that those levels of awareness, where like you're unlocking it, you're doing the work. Like, I'm so impressed with what you see, and that's what's exciting. Each client has different gifts, so you understand what's happening with the work and help me to understand my gifts more deeply. And that's my vision and intention, is that each of you that comes to me embodies that fullest self of you, that all these perceptions, conditions, and beliefs tell you you're not allowed to be.
Right.
And that's what I wanted to say. We think we're doing it. Like when my coach said to me a couple months ago, you're not fully showing up. And I got real mad, as I did with my other coaches who said the same thing to me. I couldn't understand, because this bitch showed up live every day. I was doing it all.
Yeah.
I was doing it all. And I learned a lot in those doings. Like, that's why I have the expertise. I've talked to a shit ton of people. I know what I do. So there was nothing wrong in the way I came into who I am right now. But only when I really heard, and she was able to connect with me intimately that way, to allow me to relax my prickly defense and to go, hang on a minute, what do you mean? Because I was showing up what I thought was fully, as have you been, as have my other clients. If you guys are ballers, I don't work with people who don't show up, because I show up. I want to work with people like me. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
People that are different levels of energy, and there's a conflict there. We co-create best and have the most impactful results when we're truthful and honest about our level of intention and desire. And mine's fucking huge. So I love people like you that come fully and show up fully, and you thought you were, and now after releasing the whole chokehold of these
entanglements,
and we haven't even done the activation yet, you're like, no, I was not fully showing up. And how would someone watching this, like, what do they need to know that they don't see right now for you to work with you, or to work with me, or to work with any guide? Where are they tricking themselves into thinking they don't need to do what's calling them? What's
coming up is the trust. because
Yeah.
So like this came this morning too, and this is what I'm going to share later in my group is, you know, when we go through these transformations and the resistance happens, it's because universe wants us to trust, right? And trust fully. And what does that mean? It means fucking letting go of the stuff that you knew, so that you can actually come into here, because this is what you know and this is what you fucking are. But yet you stay and maintain in the old shit. And then you it's like that 1 foot in, 1 foot out. And if you can actually just trust that, okay, where I'm going and where I'm being led to, because it's no accident that whoever watches us, like who watches you is like drawn to you and watches you all the time, but then they're scared. So then they don't reach out, or they're scared because they don't trust themselves completely, or they don't trust the universe. And this is like the understanding is like, oh, okay, so here I am talking about trust, but then I need to do it for myself and walk the talk and really be like, universe, like, you really fucking trust? Well, guess what? I'm asking you to let that go so that you can move forward. And if you don't let that go, well, then you don't really trust me. So therefore you could stay there and be fucking where you're at. And this right here, we'll wait for you. We'll wait for you. And so, and that's where anybody's watching is like, if you're being led and you're just make that decision, that's Val right there, right? And it's like, just decide and trust that it's all gonna work out. I mean, shit. I was going through something today and I cleared it. I figured it out.
Yeah, you figured it out. You came to me. I did a little light language after.
Yes, you did.
Pinpointed, that helped, but
yeah,
first you pinpointed it and were able to begin the work. And in speaking to me in that moment, as you're feeling the energy in your body, and I think that's the key of why this immersive type of experience is so rapid. And
it's connection to you too.
Because in the moment, you need to be able to reach out to me and go, I'm feeling this. And then I guide you through. And then after a couple of weeks or so, you'll begin to do that on your own. And that's when you guys start coming to me and telling me the things you've done. And I'm like, well, look at you.
Yeah, exactly.
You take this away with you for forever. And when we continue to work together, well, what we're doing is recalibrating and developing even more in-depth ways of not hiding from all of ourselves and being all of ourselves.
Yeah. And it's such a, the immersion is so beautiful because it's that ripple effect.
Yeah.
Again, you know, and it's like, I'm able to show up to my clients in a much more empowering way, which I thought I was doing that work. And now it's like, as I open up, then it's like that ripple where they also do it. And it's like, it's a win-win because it's like, let's freaking shift it together. And that's what you're showing me. And so it's like the power in even asking for that help, because we all need that assistance because we can't see our blind spots. Really, that's why they're called blind spots.
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
And so we get stuck in their comfort zone and like, oh yeah, I'm fine. I'm totally fine. Okay, well.
Right. And for a lot of people, the comfort zone is really uncomfortable. And that's what you're used to. You're just used to being like, well, I guess I don't get to have that. And I guess that's just the way it is. And
it's not.
You know, or even if you're not that apathetic, obviously we're not talking to people that are that disappointed in themselves and the possibility of experience, but maybe just like, well, I'm going to do that, but I've got to grow into it first. The cosmic weather will shift my blocks and then I'll be able to invest. I got some people coming with me at that. What do you say to those clients that have reached out numerous times? They watch me for a while now. They know they love my energy. They want it. And they've said, well, I don't have it. So I'll have to come back to you when I have it, which I understand if you don't have a business at all. I'm not here to teach you how to set up your business or how to make streams of income, because that's not the focus that I'm in right now. You definitely, like RayAnn has a business. She has clients, she has testimonials, she has, and you don't have to have this kind of business. This experience that we're in right now in the Valtopia sphere and the level I'm working with right now is about opening up what's already open, and somehow you've managed to throttle with your beliefs, perceptions, and conditions and PTSD, basically.
Yep. So when they say they don't have it, because I thought I didn't have it.
So did my last client. And
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you, a few weeks ago, all of this level of, not a few weeks, a few months ago, it was intent for me as your guide to take you through that on. And I don't feel that intensity now. I am in trust because you guys are fully capable, and you don't make it through the application process and on the video with me to decide that day unless you really are. And that's when it happens.
Yeah. And so for those who are saying, I'll wait, the waiting part is what's sabotaging your whole growth.
Yeah.
The waiting is what you call fog, is that where you're freaking out. And it's like your higher self knows, that's what you know. And there's an inkling feeling, but until you actually can get your physical body into like, let's go do this together and actually just start it, because it does start when the talk happens. Yeah. And then things open up, and then the resources come, and you're like, oh gosh, I'm so glad. And then, yeah, and then it's that trust again. It's just trusting
yourself. This is
yes.
What I call it, cash infusion. We do make money, but really what you do when you work with me is learn to deeply trust yourself and everything. And from that place comes fulfillment and
yes,
and expansion.
Exactly. It is.
I really just want to talk about that, but we need to talk about money because people are tied up into their mentality about their resources and think that that's the issue. And it really is in the beginning, but we get to detangle that, don't we? Untangle. Yeah. And
I found out this morning.
Yeah.
I was like, money's not even it. And I'm thinking it is. It's not. It really is not. And it got figured out, and it got ironed out within like 10 minutes. I'm like, duh. Because I was believing all this stupid ass beliefs. I'm gonna call them stupid ass beliefs because they are. And I'm like, I can't believe it. Like, but see, I wouldn't have been able to see that if that first opening happens that you did. And it opens,
you were ready to retreat and go back into the spiral, weren't you?
Yep. And then it's like, and then it expands. And that's what you talk about, expand, contract. Because then it's like the expansion happens, and then you're getting all this stream, and then you're like, oh, and that's where
that's the recalibration.
Yes. And then that's where you're taking care of the recalibration. That's why for those of you who are watching,
that's the special sauce.
Yes.
You have people out there activating and awakening DNA and everything, but the recalibration and embodiment is where it actually becomes who you are. Because you can get all and then go back to your life and be like you go on a retreat, let's say, you get all awakened, then you go home and
now what?
A call once a week with a group call or whatever, and no.
And then it's like, now what? And see, and this is like, I know that this is the step, right? Because I'm like, yeah, I'm an energy alchemist. I'm a spiritual alchemist. I go deep into, deep. And so it happens in a way that when I ask for the assistant, because it's like, honey, you want to, you're going there, you're going to have to do it for yourself, like even more, so that it's like that transmission for my clients, and so that they can also move through their stuff as I'm working through my stuff. So it's helped me in that way, because it's like, yeah, we can get activated, sure can, but then it's like, well, now how do I get my physical container to be involved in the process?
Right. And so this makes me think of a lot of people in our audiences, probably mutual, who are passively receiving healing and frequencies, who may be very woo-tastic and awake to what we're doing, but they haven't yet owned the physical reality of manifestation and grounding and embodying and doing what we were just talking about, where you actually it's not a passive, transformation is not a passive experience.
No, it can be uncomfortable.
Activators like RayAnn and me who can ease the transformation as you're aligned to work with them, fuck yeah. But is it just something where you lay down and receive, I was gonna say frequencies, and then it's all easy? Well, yeah, that is part of it. But then the other part is okay, now do you have somebody to sit next to you and go, all right, now what you gonna do? Like, are we doing that? And along with so it's like you get the Reiki and the shamama and all that good stuff. But you also got the boss bitch going.
Yes, exactly. I've done Reiki before, and I went through a healing crisis because my body didn't even know how to freaking react to it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, now, so then it's so easy to go back into the old ways because that's what's comfortable.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And so this is, it's freaking good.
Okay.
That's all I gotta say. Okay.
I love it. I love it. So the whole point of this live stream today is to share all of this amazingness. And I invite you to apply on Valtopia.com. If you want to work with me, there are all kinds of ways. So just let's discover what your need is and go from there. Our point today is that everything is shiftable and that you're a powerful creator, and to find what works for you and your body and your being to rise the fuck up. Okay.
Yeah. And you know what? I have one thing to add.
Yes.
And this came on a different way, where I was like, you know what? I'm like, you know, because it's all energy, right? And I'm like, yeah, fucking Val's energy is priceless. So come on, people.
Thank you.
Seriously. It's like, even just, you know, being in that space, right? And it's like, yeah, fuck yeah, make the investment, because it literally happens that day.
Yeah.
Yeah. It does. It does. So yeah.
And you know, I noticed, like, I kind of got a fever this weekend, and it always feels effortless to me, but that let me know that, wow, you know, it really does take a lot of energy and that's why I have up-leveled my standards to support my well-being, so that I'm not all, you know, bunk and trying to offer high-level service. I do the work to embody the level of energy. And when I saw that I got the fever through, I was like, oh, well, I'm going to build a process in that when I onboard a new client, I'm in chill mode. And that's not what happened this weekend, because I was with my family and I did, you know, it was like kind of nutty. So I'm learning myself the new balances all the time, and always up leveling the space between things to allow me to just lay there and listen to root chakra meditations. And because that stuff is what works for people like us. We need to honor that this vessel houses a frequencies that come to us, and how we curate and calibrate ourselves daily determines the ripple of joy in the universe. Yes. And that's my intention. Valtopia's intention is to spread a ripple wave of love and joy and bliss throughout the universe. And we're doing it, aren't we? Because you kept ripple wave. And I was like,
yes.
So I'm going to send you your portrait now.
Oh my gosh.
You're looking at it. I'm out of water and I'm parched. So I'm going to send it to you. And while it's sending, I'm going to run over and grab some water. And when you get it, just let us see what happened.
Okay, well, how do I access it? Like, it's getting
I'm going to send it through Facebook. I think that might be the easiest thing. I'm just going to send it through Messenger. And
oh my gosh, I'm like, okay, excuse me while I
everybody always has a moment when it happens. They're like, I gotta go now and just totally stare at this. So let me find it.
OMG.
Beautiful. I mean, I just can't wait to keep doing more portraits. And the thing about the portraits in the GLOWUP experience is I just do however many I feel like. That's one of my modalities. And you get the carte blanche when you are working. Okay. All right,
let's see.
Here it comes. I'm going to run and grab my water while it's coming. Oh, you already see it?
Ooh, I instantly got chills.
Okay, keep talking. I'm going to get my water.
Oh, she's a fucking bad ass. Oh my God. I'm like getting chills all over my body. Wow. Oh, she's so fierce. Ah!
I'll post it afterwards. I'll post it.
Oh my God, my dragons come through, honey.
Yeah, she is like, and
yeah.
Your chakra it's an opening. I've already started another portrait, and I feel like there's another layer to this one, and I'll work on it later tonight for you, and you'll feel it's gonna open, and we're gonna get some animal spirit guides in here, and probably your spirit guide will come through, because the more layers I add, that's when those weird anomalies happen with the algorithms in the the apps on the phone.
Yeah.
And it comes through and we're all like,
and okay, like, I don't know how you tapped in, but like the flower of life, like that's me. Like that's part of my logo. And I'm just like, yes.
I didn't know that consciously, no, but it
oh
just,
my God. And that's like the field, the toroidal field that I was seeing. And it's just all, oh yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And you turn my eyes into like this like fierce like reptile dragon. Yes. Oh my God. I fucking love it.
yeah.
I do. I'm gonna sit here and like,
I know now you're like, can I just stare at it, please?
oh, she's bad. She is bad to the bone.
So you know how I said there was this energy here? I did clear some of it just now. Yeah. I'm going to do a tone, and then do we want to go ahead and wrap it up, or do we want to talk a little bit about the video thing?
We could do that.
Okay.
So I have like 10 minutes.
Yeah. Okay, good. So we're going to do, and I don't know if anybody's commenting. It doesn't look like anybody is. I don't know if when you go on Zoom,
you can't see from Zoom.
Show up as much. Well, I'm looking in Facebook. Hi, Deborah. Yes. All right. So if anybody wants to ask any questions or anything, please do. Even on the playback, let us know if you're watching, afterwards. And of course, before we go, RayAnn, or on the comments, RayAnn will share her work and her website, so you can go check her out too, because we all have different people that we're aligned to. You want to feel like, oh, I love that. That's pulling me in, or I know that that's what it's going to do for me. Follow those instincts. So this energy is almost popping. So I'm just going to do a little tone.
Mm-hmm.
You feel that?
Mm-hmm.
It was like everything was up here, and now drop the lower chakras. It's still opening though.
Yeah, I feel it. It's still like right here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've got some stuff working through. So this is how you work. The light language and the toning. It's somatic healing.
Yes.
And I saw my voice on my friend who's a sound designer. We looked at my voice on a 3D representation of the sound. And when I tone like that, it's pure, solid, opaque.
Wow.
It's pure tone. And that's why it allows both sides of the brain to connect. And whatever we've wrestled up with my other weird magical powers, and it's the electricity. It just opens everything up like a roto-rooter or something.
Yeah. Right? I feel like I'm needing a tone too. So I'm going to do that.
I want it.
I do it so much in the tub too. And like,
yes, I do too.
Yeah. Because it's like, it's just, yeah. Yay. So
you were telling me this morning a little bit before we went live how you're still feeling a little apprehensive about being visible. And I shared with you that I have a program. When you're one of my one-to-one clients now, you have access to all my previous library of material. It's all the material that I recorded that open up the third eye, open crown, third eye, ground you, open your heart, but the open heart comes after you. It's like different weeks of programming, like hours of video that take you through opening different ancestral wounds and inner child patterns that keep you in a state of guilt, shame, and fear. It was my whole everything I lifted off for myself and got into a state of much better well-being is in that library. And you were just saying to me, you saw a video of me like only a year ago, and I'm like a different person. And so now I do these monthly drops, and they're more turning into these like musical soundscapes rather than these deep powered clearings, because I did those. They're done. Like I'm not there anymore. And that body of work is there for you to lift up all that stuff. And one of the programs is called Epic Video Rockstar. And they did it with my girl, Michael Manavjit. And I'm gonna give it to you today to listen to. And I can't wait for you to share on another video if you want to. How I'm just like, let's go live.
I know, I'm like, I might go live finally on my actual page.
You probably won't even need the Epic Video Rockstar, but What it is addresses is some of those ancestral wounds and vows and oaths.
You know, that's interesting you bring that up, because this morning I'm like, shit, I'm fucking clearing some old past life stuff that energetically tied me to my ancestors. And here they are in the background rooting for me, like, yes, come on, girl, like clear the whole spiel, like clear it for us. And as we keep ascending, it's like, you know, they're rooting in the background, like, that's fucking what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, you keep doing it. And so that was revealed this morning, where I was like, yeah, this is some deep stuff that's not even in this lifetime. It was from a previous lifetime and even other lifetimes. And so this is why it's so important to be able to have someone care for you in the process, so that you can go through this, so that we don't keep going into that loop.
Yeah, we change to be alive by changing it for ourselves. We go first.
Exactly. We're not like, we won't be living in like survival mode anymore.
No. And that's what we chose to come in this time and teach our genetic code about thriving, not surviving.
Yes. And our sovereignty.
And evolutionary enough to thrive for yourself, no matter what's going on. We're not saying we're experiencing this bliss and it's because our bank account is loaded and blah, blah. No, we're on our way and it's fine. And sometimes we are, sometimes we aren't, but no matter what's going on, we're achieving a full bank account status within our own heart, mind, and spirit. And that is where it comes from.
And that's priceless.
Yeah,
because it's like inner peace. It's inner, there, you're not stressing, you're not worried, you're living in the now, you're in present moment. And it's like you're just letting things unfold so magically in a way where you're not thinking about, how am I going to freaking eat tomorrow? And it's like, no, you're taking care of today. And that's all that matters. Okay. And that's freaking amazing. And those were the layers. Like I've known about the institutions, but these are the layers that are finally coming, like peeling away. And I'm like, yeah, it's time to claim the sovereignty. It's time to freaking rise the fuck up and claim our sovereignty. And what that is having that like control for yourself and in your life, but not the control like rigidity, but like control, like, yeah, I'm pulling the reins. This is my life. This is how I'm going to create it. And this is how it's going down.
Yeah.
How it's going down.
I love it. I think I see Keisha commenting. Let's say hi to Keisha. I love you. Hi, Keisha. Yeah.
Hi. I think I saw that too.
Yeah. So I love how you express everything, and I love to watch you blossom, and I can't wait to see what happens after the 90 minutes.
Oh my God. I'm like, seriously? And I was just telling my friend, I'm like, and I haven't even done the 90-minute activation yet. Like, this is all happening right now. Okay.
That's the thing about this kind of work and why I offer immersives. It really does happen in the moments, day to day, and in the big sessions. It's a combination, and a lot of the biggest breakthroughs do happen on these little Voxer calls. It really does. But then you need the video interface to integrate it all. So we get to do that. I have it all at different levels available for you, and so does RayAnn. And I don't know what that sound was. And I love sharing this experience with you. I feel so grateful and blessed and thrilled to see you blossom and to see what's coming forward. And you too, Keisha. I love both of you and all my clients in Celebrate. And I'm welcoming one more. I only take 3 at a time. And these 2 ladies are taking the first 2 spaces, people. So there's 1 spot left to get in the Valtopia spirit.
Come on through.
And I mentioned my prices are going up. The glow up is still $5K for the last person that books in. And then it goes up. So be the last person that books in. Go apply it on valtopia.com. And we'll consider all the applications, and you'll get started on the call. That could happen today, honey. Today.
Yes, it's so worth it. It's so worth it. And I'm over here like, she needs to charge more. So,
I am. But the third one is going to still be $5K, and then the process is in place, and the testimonials, obviously, and the experience.
Yeah. So whoever that is, like, you're getting a steal. You're getting a steal, like a steal deal. It's a deal because it's like, wow, like, again, like your energy is priceless. So
Thank you, gorgeous. So is yours. And
Thanks.
we're all lighting up together, and we get to trust ourselves.
Yes. That's
So
the beauty.
I know you'll add your comments, and I'll put the portrait and I'll be posting it everywhere, and you will too. And we'll see you on the next stream. In your frequency supernova. There's nobody like you.
Yay. Okay, I'll see you later.
Okay. Bye, everybody.
Bye.